Welcome to SOS Action News. I'm your anchor, Slim Jesus.
I'm your weatherman, Buzzy Thunderstorm.
And I do weather. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Hey,
I thought he
I
was.
do weather.
Jake's on sports.
Sure.
We're men. We like sports.
Sports go sports.
Oh, who doesn't love good sports ball?
Welcome back to the podcast that'll have you questioning whether or not we're still alive.
We made it.
Yeah, we made it back. Sorry for the brief intermission. We were fighting off monsters and stuff like that. Crazy
Snakes.
stuff. It was
That's your idea of monsters? Fucking snakes?
Fucking snakes.
It was a chumbler.
Chumbler.
Yeah, they're
Is that
slow.
a chubby? It's a chubby snake. They just kind of tumble around.
Chumblers are slow.
Yeah.
So you don't have to worry about them. But once they get your scent, they're on to you. They will follow you to the ends of the earth. But they're real slow. So
Yeah. It's like a it follows creature.
type.
They're sent there to kill you.
So we're back.
I'm here.
Our sleeves are still gone for some of us, but
Half gone.
yeah, we're back. It's been a long time out. Like it feels like literally forever since the last time we sat at this table.
I can't believe it's already 2022.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Someone didn't
put
turn
your
off their
phone
goddamn
off.
phone.
Somebody.
Come on.
Oh man.
Somebody forget. See, we forgot how some of this works.
It's just my my doctor's office wanting to know if I'm interested in hearing more about the COVID-19 vaccinations.
Don't you have them?
I got part 1 of 2. So once the second chip goes in, I'm gonna go fucking full cyborg.
I was waiting to become a Wi-Fi hotspot because, you know, the service in this house sucks.
Right.
Didn't happen.
I
Bullshit.
tried to install antennas to Jacob's head to complete part of his robotic transformation.
So
Didn't work.
you've got part 1.
Yeah.
Jake, you have part 1 and 2.
Yep.
Did you hear that they might make a third movie?
Oh yeah, I heard,
yeah.
but I haven't heard any details about
I
it.
heard new ones coming out every year.
Yeah, they said possibly you'll need to watch the third movie to be fully vaccinated. So I guess we'll see how that is.
Right.
Like I said, I almost went and got the Johnson & Johnson one. Now, I will say that the whole, it's throwing blood clots is very, very minor.
Right.
I mean, it's major to the people who did receive the blood clots.
Yeah.
Right.
But it's very minor, and
Right.
I'm not completely sure of like how and when, but I heard it was a very small number of people. But
yeah, it was like 6 people out of 7 million people that had blood clots. I think only one of them died.
yeah, so they still canceled it, but I almost got that one.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, that would have sucked if I was one of the
blood clot
blood clot.
recipients?
Yeah, I don't want that.
Yeah.
No blood clots for me. I don't like blood clotting at all. I want to
Right.
bleed until there's no more left.
Oh yeah.
Right.
I mean, that's my favorite part about being a human is
Just bleeding.
all the time.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, since we've been gone, I've lost a toenail.
Oh,
Whoop,
gross.
whoop. It was pretty nasty.
For a second there, I thought you were going to say you lost the whole toe.
How
Oh,
long?
my
Whoa.
whole toe.
How long does it take a toenail to fully grow back?
I don't know. I'm not there.
We'll see. We'll check the progress
Right.
through the weeks.
Do you have any toenail at all yet?
I mean, I feel like what's there, part of it is toenail, but it's like really weak, flimsy little.
Does
nothing
the
toenail.
surface area still hurt?
No, like
can you touch it now?
like it's sensitive, but it's not like an open wound.
It's weird though. Like
It is
the
weird.
feeling of it is like
Yeah.
weird.
You should
it's
take
weird.
a picture every day and do a time-lapse
I
video
guess
for it.
there is a video of that, of somebody took a picture of their toenail after it had fallen off, and like
Every day until it was back.
right.
Hell yeah.
I mean, I should check and see how long it says that took that person, but
Yeah.
like, I'm just letting it go.
Because I don't see them growing very fast
No.
unless they're already there. Like
Right.
your fingernails will grow crazy fast, and you have to trim them. But like,
Yeah.
if it's gone, it has to start over from scratch. It's
Right.
like the long.
I mean, it
process.
definitely looks weird now.
I bet. I wonder if it hurts more. Like, have you stubbed your toe since?
I've been trying to avoid this toe touching anything, but I
'Cause-
do kick like doors open with it.
Well, I want to know if like actually stubbing your toe hurts more without a toenail, or less.
That's
without a
the
toenail.
natural like steel toe
Yeah.
boot.
Right. I mean, I feel like it would still hurt depending on how you stub your toe.
Like I know it would hurt, but do you think
Right.
it hurts more or less
Yeah.
than because is the toenail like jabbing into your skin and like causing
Right.
pain, or like
Yeah.
how is that working? Like, is it more or less painful to stub your toe without?
Right.
Let's-
Because that's how I lost the toenail.
You lost it by
Not
stubbing it?
by like stubbing my toe, but like a few weeks ago, or probably a month ago by now. Like we had this huge windstorm and everything was blown around, and there was like a pretty hefty dog bone out in front of my door, which I have no idea where it came from.
Right.
But first thing in the morning, I always have to take the dog out because he's like, "All right, we're up, let's go."
It's time to go out.
So I walk outside with just like my house shoe slippers on, and I see this big bone, and the dog goes right for it. So I kick it for distance, and like
So
immediately
you like
it was
went
like,
for it.
Right.
You like
He
you
was
like
hunting
lined
a
up. You were
field
like,
goal.
I
this
was
is
like-
gonna go through the pylons. I'm gonna-
right, this is gonna be, way out of the way.
Yeah.
So I kick it, and then it immediately like, fuck, that fucking hurt.
And did it? It didn't go anywhere.
Right.
It
like,
just
well, it
you
it
got
made
several
it,
feet out of it.
It made it to the parking lot, which is
Okay.
I'd say about a good like 10 feet or so. And then it's like I kicked my sandal or my slipper off, and I looked down, and it's just like blood all the way around my toenail, and just fucking pouring out.
So
Fun times.
was at that point was the nail still attached?
Oh yeah, it
and it
didn't
had
fall
to
out
die
for
and
like
fall off.
it didn't fall off for I'd say a good week and a half.
Oh
2
man!
weeks.
So you were just like waiting for it to like,
Right. I just had it bandaged up, like
hoping it would regrow back together.
Yeah, and then one night I'm just sitting there and I'm like rinsing it off and making sure everything's clean and stuff, and I'm like, you know what, fuck it, and I yank it off the rest of the way, which
Ow.
wasn't bad. It didn't hurt.
Because it was
'Cause it was
mostly
fucking dead.
disconnected anyways.
Right.
Yeah.
Like most of it was already.
Could you imagine if it was like still connected to something, you ripped it off, and it was the worst thing you've ever
right,
experienced?
like why the hell did I do that?
Put it back. Put it back. I take it back. Give
No,
it.
no.
Give it back.
But it's like as soon as it came off, I'm like, it was a relief for sure.
Yeah.
But
I lost as a child. Probably 7 or 8. I lost my thumbnail.
yeah,
Because I'm an idiot, and I was out playing with some bricks or something of the sort, and I picked up a giant brick, and I held it up. Oh, look how strong I am! And it was like a cinder block,
yeah,
and it was too heavy. And when I started to lose my control of it, instead of just letting it go, I rode my hands down with it and smashed my thumb underneath a rock and a cinder block.
Oh, yeah.
And it turned all black and gross. And then like one day I was in the bathroom and I didn't have anything on it, and I went to zip up my pants after I was done, and my nail got caught in the zipper and just ripped off, and I was like, oh no, now what do I do?
right.
Now, like, as far as the pain rating and stuff, like, I don't remember. Like,
Yeah.
you can't remember pain. Pain's not a thing that you can actually recall.
Yeah.
You can recall whether or not something hurt, but
Yeah.
it's impossible to recall how bad it hurt. You just
Right.
know, like, it hurt bad.
Oh yeah.
If pain was a memorable thing, like, women wouldn't have babies for a second time, shit
Right.
like that. But I remember it did hurt when I initially did it, but as far as the pain after the fact of not having a thumb, I don't remember.
Right. Like, I feel like losing a nail in my hand would be the worst.
Yeah, but then you could just paint the skin and nobody would know.
Yeah.
Just
I guess
get
that's true.
tattoo the nail on.
Oh, now that's.
Oh, I bet that would hurt.
That would hurt real bad.
You ever took a splinter straight up underneath the nail?
Oh yeah.
No,
Multiple times.
That
Like-
Dealing with
sucks.
pallets at work. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
right. It's like cool.
It's my favorite.
Take the hand. I'm fucking over this.
I still got a splinter embedded in my thumb that I keep picking at.
Get it out of there.
Eventually, it'll just like disappear, right?
I mean,
I don't know. The skin grew over it, and it's just a little dot that I fidget with.
It's my fidget dot.
It's my fidget dot on my thumb.
Did you guys do anything cool during our vacation off?
No. Well, I
no.
told you earlier, I quit smoking for 3 days.
Hell yeah.
I
And
continued to smoke the entire time.
All I did, literally, I watched a ton of movies.
Yeah.
Like just all kinds of movies. I just stayed at home. I wasn't allowed to leave, so I just a ton of movies and
anything good.
Oh yeah, a bunch of good movies. Just a whole plethora of good movies. I watched Love and Monsters.
Okay.
Essentially, an asteroid coming to destroy the world. They stop it by all the world firing their nuclear weapons at it. Nuclear fallout falls down. Turns like creatures like bugs and random stuff like that into huge giant monsters.
Oh, okay.
Everybody's living in bunkers. Love story is in there as well because they add a love story to everything.
Oh.
Right.
So I watched that. It's a really good movie. That's where the Chumbler came from.
Okay.
The real slow monster, but he'll get you.
Yeah.
The Chumblers from that movie. So that's really good. I watched a movie called I Kill Giants.
Okay.
That is based on a little girl who hunts and kills giants.
Oh.
And everybody thinks she's a lunatic. Like, giants aren't real. It's just, you're making it up in your head. I did watch the new Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. I hear good things, but
not 100% impressed by it,
I mean,
but
it's a
not
Mortal
100%
movie.
like unimpressed by it. Like, they created a new character, which is something that Mortal Kombat fans have been asking for a long time.
Yeah.
So they created the new character, but I don't feel they did him justice in this movie. So I was like, I didn't hate the movie.
Yeah.
Like, I enjoyed the movie itself. I just felt like they could have done a little bit better with.
Yeah. I mean, what kind of combos does that guy got?
Right? What's his fatality look like?
Not good ones.
Like,
but they do have like, I don't want to give anything away because it's definitely a new movie and people still haven't watched it. But like, they have some really good, like, Liu Kang's in it, obviously. Kung Lao's in it, which was one of my favorite characters growing up. Which that kind of disappointed me too, because Kung Lao's always been one of my favorites.
Right.
Obviously Shang Tsung's in it as, you know, he has to be. Sub-Zero, Scorpion, Raiden, all the originals. Not all the originals. Don't come for me.
Yeah.
But like, you know, a lot of the originals are in it. But it just, like I said, it was a good movie. Like, it's watchable. It's just, if you're a Mortal Kombat fan from a long time ago, you're just kind of like, this could have been better.
Yeah.
Especially being a rated R movie, like, they were already like, we're gonna go for it.
Yeah.
So I think it could have been better, but they did leave an opening for a second, so hopefully the second one gets better.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, that's cool.
I feel like that kind of feeling can be said about a lot of the movies that come out. Like,
yeah,
most of the movies that are coming out nowadays, you'll find one out of, you know, every 50 movies that you watch that's like, that's a real solid movie from fucking the first minute to the last. Like, great fucking movie.
Yeah. Have you ever watched The Thinning?
No.
I think that was originally a YouTube original.
Yeah.
I forget who the YouTuber is, but he's the main star, one of them. And it's essentially about them, the United States essentially kills anybody who's stupid.
Oh.
So from the time that you are, I think, kindergarten or first grade, you start taking these tests.
Oh, and they direct you to different paths and stuff?
No.
No.
Way worse than that. If you fail the test, they take you. They euthanize you.
No, I mean as far as what the test does, they put you in different paths.
No, nothing like that. You're just living your regular life, and then you take it'd be, the test we took just to see if you would go to the next grade.
Yeah. Right.
Okay, let's gather up everything you learned this year. We're gonna take a test on everything, and then you pass that.
Yeah.
It's one of those, but if you fail it, that's it. You die.
Yeah.
And it's kind of sad because there's this teacher and she's teaching little ass kids, and this kid calls over the teacher and says, "Can you help me on this one?" And the guards that are standing there, they shake their head, and she's like, "Sorry, just do the best you can." So he's like, "Okay," and he does it, and then at the very end, when they call out the things, they just call your name and you line up and you go. And the little kids, the older kids all know what's happening. They know what it is. But the little kids are like, line up, and they line all these kids up, and it's sad.
Right.
And the parents don't know.
Yeah.
Until after they get off school. It's not like they're like, "Hey, your kid failed," or you can find out. You're just standing out there waiting for your kid to pick them up from school, and they don't come out, and you're like, "Well, my kid's dead now." And they're like, "We don't have any room for these fucking people that aren't smart enough to." And I'm like, "Yo,
right.
That's not how that works."
Do with all these kids, they just grind them up. We gotta get.
And there's a second one, too.
Yeah.
There's a second part, and shit gets crazy in the second movie, and there was supposed to be a third one, but the YouTuber got in some trouble and whatnot.
As YouTubers seem to do.
So I don't know if there's gonna be a third one. There's talk that there's supposed to be a third one this year, but I don't know. But it's pretty cool. But it's kind of man.
I mean,
you start
it
to
seems
think about
that I'd be interested.
Would I pass this test? Would I be smarter?
I'd be dead already.
I wouldn't have made it. Sorry.
I'm good at test taking.
Yeah.
I'm good at test taking, so I think I'd be okay for a while. I don't know if I'd make it all the way to the end.
The question is it our school's standardized testing or a high high end?
If it's our local school's testing, then we got it.
Yeah, I mean, we all graduated, so.
Yeah. Well, no, I didn't.
Never mind. Forgot. My bad.
We all went to school, right?
Yeah, we all went to school. But
I've seen the building.
After 12th grade, you take your last test, and you're an adult now, and you don't have to worry about getting murdered anymore.
So it's not like they're going around. It's like, all right, it's your 32nd birthday. Come here, we got this test to take.
No, so your prom is realistically the greatest thing. When you're sitting at prom, because obviously you don't make it to prom if you don't pass the last test. So at prom, it's not so much of a celebration of finishing school. It's a celebration of now you're not going to get fucking murdered.
Right.
Well, at least not by them.
For being stupid, yeah.
Right.
They're like, yeah, you're dumb. So I was like, God, that would suck.
Right. It's just then you see all the people that you're close to, and you're like, yeah, you totally would have died in this.
Could you imagine being friends with somebody and then realizing they're an idiot and going,
right.
Oh, you're done for, dude.
Man, I wish you were smarter, bro.
Could you imagine, it would suck being lazy and just going, yeah, I'm not going to study. The outcome is death, right?
Yeah, I don't feel like it, though.
Yeah.
It's you read this fucking book, dude. We got plans, man.
We got stuff to do. And if you get murdered, I'm going to be all sad and shit.
Right. Or being in a relationship with somebody.
Oh, that's stupid.
Oh, high school sweethearts. Oh, sorry, your dude didn't pass his final exam.
Oh.
Well, that gives you time to shoot your shot then.
Right.
Well, then I'm on the market.
Right.
And that happens in the movie. I mean, because it's a love story, too. Because, like I said, they feed that into everything.
Oh, yeah. Everything's a love story.
Everything's a love story.
I mean, have you watched Falcon and Winter Soldier?
I have not.
They love each other.
They're in love?
Of course.
Everything. I mean,
I actually just watched the last episode of that today.
Good show. Everybody's saying that.
Oh, it's a show. It's a show?
Good. Yeah.
I didn't know. I didn't know that.
Everybody says it's not as good as WandaVision. I'm like, different types of shows.
It's a different type of show. It's definitely as good.
But
I just learned some new things about the DC universe.
yeah.
So obviously, I'm a Marvel fan because Marvel is their,
Right.
what they do with movies and characters are cool. But I learned a few things that were in the DC universe that I didn't know were in the DC universe.
Yeah.
Well, at least they're part of DC in some way, shape, or form. And that's Constantine.
Yep.
Oh, right.
Which I love Constantine. I did not know that was DC.
Yeah.
And V for Vendetta comes up with, like, when the movie first starts, it has the DC stuff.
Yep.
Oh, really?
And I just thought they were, like, affiliated in some. I didn't know that was actually.
Yeah.
I'm like, so they are capable of good stuff. And now
Right.
there are people who are out there that might watch this that are DC fans over Marvel fans. I mean, you're wrong. That's fine. But, like.
Yeah, they're like, did you see the Snyder cut?
I haven't seen the Snyder Cut.
The Snyder Cut.
I didn't see the original cut.
Phenomenal. The Snyder Cut, bringing back Snyder's Cut, it was phenomenal.
Yeah.
It changes everything about. Everybody's like, it's the same movie, and I was like, it is because it's the same movie.
The good stuff.
Yeah, they added all the stuff that they said they didn't need, and everybody was gonna love the movie anyways.
Right.
And they took all that mumbo jumbo out, and everybody's like, this movie sucks. And they were like, huh.
Maybe we should put some mumbo and a little bit of jumbo.
Right. I gotta put a little more jumbo in this mumbo right here.
But it was really good. I recommend watching that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good stuff. I like
mean,
it.
I'm just burnt out on superheroes. There's so much superheroes.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
There's just a thing about. I guess it's not so much superhero movies as it is. I like movies where normal people find out that they have powers.
Oh, right.
Like that's always cool to me.
Yeah.
Like Jumper and stuff like that. Because
Right.
then it gives me hope that like one day I'll find out that I have a power.
One day I'll be able to
I
jump.
mean, I test out things. I punch
Yeah.
brick walls. Nope, no super strength today, Kyle.
I kick dog bones. I kick dog bones. Realize not as strong as I thought I was.
Right. Dog bones.
The Darkest Minds. It's a powered based movie.
Yeah.
And it's nuts too. It's like something happens and then kids just start dying left and right. Like some shit like 90% of the world's children were like just dead.
Oh, yeah.
But the ones who survived all had powers.
Oh, okay.
So the government did the only thing that you should do if something tragic happens and you lose 90% of the children on the earth and the rest of them have powers.
Yeah.
And they rounded them all up and put them in camps.
Of course.
Now they divided them in colors.
Okay.
There was like blue, green, red, orange, yellow, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Reds got killed immediately. Oranges got killed. I don't know if they got killed immediately, but they like.
Right.
No, they did. They got executed immediately. And then yellows were and then greens and blues were cool.
Oh, okay.
Reds were like uncontrollable, like crazy, like
Right.
kill everything.
Blow up everything and shit.
Oranges could like manipulate like thoughts and stuff like that. And then like greens were super smart and blues were something like shit like that. Like they
Can make bubbles.
yeah.
Yeah,
What's
yeah.
weird is I literally thought make bubbles, and you fucking said it. I swear we're not twins.
Like, I wouldn't like to have. I don't need a big destructive superpower.
You want,
I
like-
would just want a blue level. Like, if I can make like Jubilee, like
that was
Like
just
little
Jubilee,
fireworks.
like fireworks.
yeah,
I was gonna say that's like.
right. Like I don't.
So you're
think
really
the-
good for like cities instead of paying so much money for fireworks, they
Right,
just
I
pay
can go
you.
bow, bow, bow.
I got you.
Right.
Or
Or just useful things.
see, like I always wanted like X-Men style. I wanted Gambit,
Oh yeah. You just want to heat things up.
and
Make anything kinetic.
he can blow up inanimate objects and stuff.
Yeah.
And most people think like. People obviously don't know are like, yeah, but that's just playing cards. I said,
Right.
no,
No,
he
it's
just
anything.
he uses playing cards because he has 52 of them and he can put them in
Right.
his pocket.
He's
Yeah.
also a gambling addict.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying. So it makes sense if you can make those things like
Right.
I could have 52 explosives in my pocket and not take up any room, you know? So, makes sense.
Right.
And if all else fails, I'll grab this, like, handful of rocks and do it.
And I'll also...
Pocket sand.
Right? And can you imagine how many grains of pocket sand will explode in your face?
Yeah, but what if, like... What if it was based on, you know, like, so, like, it's just like, pow, 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 pow.
Right. You got a bunch of, like, those fucking throw snaps.
So then it's, then it's just annoying at that point. It's not even like, oh my god, he's attacking me. You're like, dude, chill, dude, that's annoying.
What the fuck, man?
I mean, I've given up on stuff out of annoyance. Like, fuck this, I'm done. Like,
I mean, you know, I say that I'm tired of superhero movies, but I would definitely watch all of the Marvel stuff.
Oh, yeah.
But DC, I've only seen, like, a couple of them.
Well, are you ready for...
I am looking forward
Twilight Batman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's coming.
I mean, I watch all the Batman movies.
Well, Batman, you got to.
Yeah.
But not the Justice
I watch all the Batman movies. They're not good, but boy, do I watch them.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they're all worth watching.
I mean,
they just have
if they can get it right.
Oh yeah.
The Christian Bale Batman, just the voice thing for me.
Yeah.
Like, stop.
Right.
Like, stop with that. I mean, even the Ben Affleck one when they put that helmet on and he had the like voice changer, but you could still clearly tell the voice. But like, it was literally like, I mean, we've all had those toys where like.
Oh,
you're talking to it changes your voice, but you can just hear yourself through it. It's like that. And I'm like, that's not fucking fooling anyone. And then you got this big juggernaut helmet on. And so, I mean, just bring Michael Keaton back and have him run it back again.
I mean, I heard that he's supposed to be making an appearance somewhere.
Yeah.
They're supposed to do like a
and not Val
Batman Beyond thing, and he's playing like the original.
They're gonna do Batman into the Batverse.
Oh yeah.
And they're gonna try to tie it all together. Like, no, we weren't changing Batmans. They're all the same, just in different universes.
They'll be like, hey, why does your fucking suit have nipples? I don't know.
I'm a pig Batman.
I just think it's hilarious how George Clooney didn't change his voice at all between Bruce Wayne and Batman.
No, he didn't give a fuck.
He's because he's like, even if I cover this, people know who I am, right?
Right.
I always thought about it, like, do this.
Right.
You can still tell it's me.
Shit, fucking Superman only puts on fucking glasses and takes the glasses off.
Well, I did have you ever read the theory on the Superman disguise?
No.
Like, why it would work. And that it's shit like, Dolly Parton lost a Dolly Parton lookalike contest to a transgender, or a cross-dresser or something like that. And, there's all these lists of, celebrities who, didn't pass as themselves. And I was like...
Yeah, it happened to Charlie Chaplin.
Yeah. Yeah, he lost his lookalike contest. He's like...
But it's me, though.
Yeah, but you just don't quite... This guy, though, you're like, but I am me.
Exactly like him.
He looks exactly like him.
Like,
but I am me. Yeah, but you don't look like you as much as this guy does.
Right. Yeah,
but
I
I'm
mean,
me.
And I guess, the extremes are, he's a dorky reporter guy, right? Or works for a newspaper or something. What does he do?
Yeah.
The Daily Planet. It's like, there's no way that this dork is this guy.
Yeah, they can see it, but they're like, I don't believe it. But then you have, some of the Supermans who are like, and they're like, you're like, no, he could probably do that. Have you ever watched any of the YouTube Badman videos? It's like parodies of Batman.
I don't know.
It's pretty cool. I mean, it's really funny. But they do that kind of thing where he's like, he sees somebody there, and then I think, who was it? I think it was
Two-Face.
Two-Face. They did Two-Face. I think he does the Superman thing too, but it's that concept where it's like, who are you?
Oh yeah. Is it Pete Holmes playing Batman?
Oh yeah, I think I know that. Like,
Yeah.
I don't kill people; they're just sleeping. They get
He's like,
really
look at that
tired.
look at that poor guy. He's all tuckered out.
Yeah, those are great.
Yeah, those are funny.
I mean, Pete Holmes is hilarious.
Oh
like,
yeah.
This is a gun?
Like he has another, like he had a show for a while, where he did all these like characters, like famous characters, but I think the funniest one was where he was doing the guy that organized like Street Fighter like competitions, or like the big Street Fighter competition.
Yeah.
So he was interviewing all of like the Street Fighter characters and stuff like that, and telling them it's like, oh, you two have the same move sets, just different color outfits. So we're gonna have to get rid of you, one of you guys.
Yeah, I haven't seen that, but all those videos were funny, so
yeah.
they have to be because the guy's hilarious.
Oh yeah.
It's my favorite. My son just told me that for his birthday, he said, I'll be 7. I said, yeah, you'll be 7. So he wants a computer and a camera.
Oh.
So he can start making his own YouTube gaming videos.
Oh.
I was like, oh, shit.
Oh, here it starts.
Yeah. I mean, he'll sit in his room and he'll be playing his video games, and while he's playing, he's describing to nobody what he's doing and stuff like that.
He's just preparing.
And I'm like, oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
But he has this feeling, like he doesn't specifically know how YouTube works.
Right.
Or being online in any way.
Yeah.
So he has this feeling that I can help him get his YouTube channel up and going because I am also on YouTube.
Yeah, right.
And I was like, I love you, kid. And, I'm glad that you think that, but like, I'm a very, very low level YouTuber.
Right.
I cannot help boost your...
Oh, yeah.
Your status.
That's funny. Yeah. Like, David's oldest son, I guess, takes his phone and records videos and stuff and, like, ends the videos with, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Yeah.
It's like...
It's crazy. It's crazy that that's what is implanted. I mean... Right. Obviously, we live in this generation. This is what's happening, but like it's crazy now.
How much these kids know about like different aspects.
Yeah.
Like I'm on YouTube because he's like, oh, I was wondering if you can make some animations. I'm gonna record something, and if you can make like cartoons of what I'm doing. And I'm like, I probably could do that. But it'll take a lot longer than you think it takes.
Right.
And I just don't have time to be starting your animation YouTube channel.
Right.
Maybe we should. Maybe we should.
Like, we just need to get Arlo and
Noah together and like instead of doing it like, all right, we're just gonna play background to this YouTube channel.
I'm like, I already have my own YouTube channel that I have to deal with. He's like, and I'm like, I clicked on one of the videos, and he's like, you're going to get demonetized. I'm like, funny thing is, I don't make any money.
Yeah. Right.
We
are never getting monetized.
We ain't making any monetized anytime soon.
Right. It's like, not everybody on YouTube makes any money.
Right?
Yeah.
Most people don't make any.
Most people make nothing, but hey. We're doing our best.
We got a Cashapp, guys.
Yeah, still have
information in the description below.
I also started my Instagram for Love Fast Clothing, which I'm working on it. It's a slow process. It's hard to do, but there's an Instagram if you want to check it out. It's Love Fast Clothing on Instagram. It'll probably be down there because I don't have much link to my name.
Yeah.
It's just like Twan. He's here.
Right. You got more than Jacob.
I was going to say, yeah, you have more than me. I don't...
I got
people
too many.
should know I don't do the social medias.
No social medias at all.
Like I have
bare minimum
multiple accounts and stuff like that.
Right.
but I don't do anything on them.
Yeah, I tried to jump back into Twitter.
Yeah.
To stay relevant, and I'm like,
I've never done
lost.
Twitter.
Yeah.
I did Twitter when it was first popular.
Right.
I was on Twitter, and I think that was the only thing. Like, I stopped using Facebook and all that, and jumped to Twitter, and started doing that, and then just kind of fell off of Twitter and never really went back. So then I tried to get back on there, and I was just like I don't even get it anymore. Like, my old Twitter, I had a ton of people following, and I was following a ton of people, and now I don't even know, like, how do I do that? Like, how do I find, like, how do I get people to follow? It's weird. I'm out of the loop now with Twitter because I've been off of it for so long. I don't even know how it works anymore.
Like, the only thing that's on my Twitter, I think, are just, like, links back to, like, an Instagram post.
Yeah.
So I don't actually go to Twitter, the app itself.
The app just
I just share things from Instagram.
Yeah. I mean, that's the basis of probably what I would do on Twitter. Just like, hey, I'll share this to Twitter.
Right.
I'm not actually saying
if you guys
anything.
really want to see this, check out my Instagram.
Right.
I mean, it's all about that, you know, circular flow of followers.
Yeah.
We're at 100 or 99 or
99
or 102.
And
Hey.
who knows where we're at.
We're just up and down.
We had enough at one point to give me a mullet. That's all that matters, right?
We got Jacob a mullet.
Speaking
we got
of
our
which,
custom URL.
You did say you were going to figure out what you're going to do for 500 by this episode.
Oh yeah.
You've had a lot of time.
You had a ton of time.
Figure it out on the spot.
Right. Like, I don't even know.
Now you gotta figure it out.
What do you guys want to see me do? Nothing fucking permanent.
Amputate a foot.
You know that big toe you lost? Take the whole toe.
Take it off. My balance will be forever off, and it's because of you guys.
And attach it to the rope you're wearing.
Oh yeah, it's my toe rope, donkey toe rope.
You got a tow rope? I sure do.
Right.
Not what I meant.
Oh. It's a toe on a rope.
I mean, I might wear it. I just actually, we just ordered, my wife and I ordered some crystal necklaces. Based on what they're supposed to do for your well-being and stuff. Oh, okay. So we ordered those because I was like, what's the harm in trying it? You know, if it negates negative energy, either it is going to, or it's not. Right. Either way, it's still a cool necklace. So we, I decided, okay, well, so we ordered a couple, and we're waiting for them to come in. And
then you put it on and it just shatters. You're like, oh, guess I was pretty stressed out.
Yes, so it's getting bigger and just pow. It negates negative energy, and I put it on and die. Right. It's like, well, my job's done.
We got it out of here.
You are negative. I've been doing really well. I used to be a very negative person. I used to be a very bad person to hang out with, but I've been doing a lot better. I'm feeling happier about life and shit like that. Yeah. It's been going pretty smooth. Yeah. I feel better about everything. It's probably because my son gave me a lucky rock. Yeah. Yeah.
That's all you need.
My son's real into collecting rocks. Oh yeah. So he comes up to me and he hands me a rock and he's like, "Here, Dad, I want you to have this." And he was like, "Because I want you to be lucky too." And I was like, "Thanks, buddy." So I was like, "I'll take it." Yeah. Because I can use any bit of luck that I can. So right. I'll take that rock. But I want to take him because he's at this point where he's just collecting any rock. Oh, okay, yeah. He's just I
was there once.
Yeah. So I want to take him to a place that has nice rocks and cool rocks, so we can see that rocks can be a lot cooler than just the random
There's
thing.
Tons of places up around the Great Lakes.
And then I also want to, I looked it up on Amazon, they have rock tumblers, that'll turn your regular rocks, so you tumble them until they're all nice and shiny, and so they're $59. I was like, I'm about to buy him one. Right. So we can go out and collect cool rocks, tumble them up, make them even cooler, and then he can collect cool rocks. Right. And not just the ones in our gravel driveway,
Right. It's oh, this one looks interesting. It could be a Disney character head.
Yeah. Well, he did find one rock that looks like a mushroom.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's really cool. And it's got like all kinds of like cool markings, and like one side of it looks like it has a fingerprint.
Oh, okay.
It's really nice rock. I was like, where did you find this? He was like, in the driveway, and I was like, oh, you're a good
Sweet.
rock looker.
Oh, right. I would just come home with like pockets full of rocks, and my mom would be like, "Why though? Like, why do you need this?" It's like,
I want it.
It looks cool.
Yeah.
For fucking setting up scenes for my G.I. Joes.
Hell
Of
yeah.
course.
And you had to do that.
Right.
I had so many G.I. Joes. It was ridiculous. But
I had so many hand-me-down G.I. Joes.
they were already broken.
Right. Well, probably half of them.
Half of them
Or
were
at least
broken.
half there.
They didn't have the right legs attached or arms attached.
Right.
You know, you got to change their outfits with a little rubber band.
Right.
Yeah. I'm glad he's doing something though.
Yeah.
Like it's something outside of like
a screen.
Yeah, screen.
Right.
Like,
I feel like a lot of kids are missing that now. Like they're they're focused on like I want to be a YouTuber.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
because that's what like we're putting out to them is this is the goal, you know, to get on YouTube or to get out to everybody else, and that's cool.
Yeah.
And for sure do that, but also
do other stuff.
Know that there's like world out there that you want to experience, because the more experiences you have, the better it is to talk to other people.
Yeah.
When all you know is what they already know, it's not going to work out.
Oh yeah, and I don't know a lot about a lot of things, and
but you YouTube it.
It's like I talk to people at work and stuff sometimes, and it's like every once in a while I'll mention it's like I do a podcast thing with Jacob and a buddy of mine, to people at work and stuff like that, and they're like, "Oh, what do you guys talk about?" And it's like,
fucking anything.
What don't we talk about?
Sometimes it's fucking shit. Sometimes it's dead babies. Sometimes it's political information that we don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah. But boy, will we pretend.
Like, oh yeah, we love to misinform.
So you talk to, you just have conversations.
Yeah, we just talk to people.
Like you seem really shy. It's like, well, it's not like there's strangers walking in here. Like,
who the fuck are you? Get out of my house.
They're back there.
We try to keep them at least
back into the left.
Back into the left. Back into the left.
Well, yeah, could you imagine? Could you imagine if every time we like did the podcast, we can see every single person on the other side of the screen? Like they're just staring at us.
I can see you judging me. Sorry, I didn't cut or comb my hair today.
It gives you a lot of anxiety when you do a live video and there's a lot of people watching and you're like, oh no.
Right. And then you're like, wait, I know all these people.
I know you guys.
What are you guys doing? I mean, we probably know, most of these people.
Yeah, we know most of the people that are.
I mean, I highly doubt anybody that watches this show is somebody that one of us doesn't know.
Right.
Right.
Like we're at a low enough.
And if
you're
watching this video right now, and you genuinely don't know any of us here, leave it in the comments.
We really want to know.
Hey,
I
just discovered you. Like,
yeah, if you just stumbled upon us because somebody else had told you about somebody else who told you about us, like,
right. It's like that's
let us know.
Tight. And we appreciate you the most.
Yeah, you're our favorite.
Because you don't have any obligations to be here right now.
Right.
Yeah, and it could be that way. It could be like somebody just stumbled upon it and they're like, yo, that one dude's funny.
Right.
And then you're like, which one? And he's like, I don't remember.
Like,
I only watched one video.
The chubby white one.
The chubby white one with facial hair.
Speaking of that, I have just decided to just let my beard go now. Like, to just let it, whatever it's going to do.
It's looking good.
And
it looks like it's filling in.
I was talking to my wife, and I was like, you know what? I said I might just go full, like, let my hair grow, let my beard grow, and just, like, let it all happen.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll see how that goes.
Right.
The hair part is the hardest part.
Oh, yeah.
Because, you know, it gets to that awkward stage where it's like just in weird places and you're like, I really want to get rid of this now because it doesn't look good and it's annoying. Like, you know, so I was like, we'll see. But I want to just let it all grow.
Right. Like, I'm at a point now where it's like, I've over-processed my hair.
Have you?
It's pretty
I didn't know you were dyeing it.
Like, it doesn't hold dye. It's at that point, like
where it's just kind of like
just dead.
Yeah, well, you can tell like the top,
like I have these blue.
The top and the other side of your hair are like, you know, a washed out yellow green, and then the other side when you turned your head more, it was like bright green. I was like, cool.
Yeah, it's a little jacked up. I'm thinking about just shaving it all off and starting from scratch and not dyeing it again, but I probably will.
Yeah, I mean, I finally like have cut the last bit of that blonde out of my hair, and that was it.
Yeah.
I haven't gone back to anything.
I mean, I enjoy having colorful hair.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool. It's there. It's like, look at me now.
Right. Now it's all jacked up. I feel like, I don't know.
Yeah, I also
heroin addict or something.
Is that like a thing?
What? Heroin addicts have?
Yeah, like.
I mean, when I think of like heroin addicts, I think of like scraggly, over-processed, bleached blonde hair and scabs. I mean, I got, you know.
I guess. I guess back in the day, like, I guess our history of growing up and seeing that stuff, that was true.
Right.
But that's because all the ones that we knew were like, you know, grunge rock, punk rock.
Right.
Hell yeah.
Like that's what we knew. So I guess that, but in modern day society, it's probably a different outlook. Like if you asked a younger generation to describe what they would think that this looked like, it would probably just be the everyday run-of-the-mill person.
Right. Oh, you just look like a guy in your mid-30s trying to be in his mid-20s again.
Yeah, because like nowadays it's so much more common than it was back then.
Right.
You know, which is sad. You know, that it's like that. But like realistically, if you asked a younger generation to describe it, it would probably just be, well, it's just anybody.
Right. Anybody
like,
could be addicted to heroin.
That guy walking by right there.
Yeah, because nowadays sometimes it's hard to tell.
Right.
You don't even know until like something happens. You're like, what? Like, I didn't see that at all.
Yeah. I mean, that's just one thing that I'm glad I never fucked around with, this hard stuff. Because, I mean, I've definitely known people that have passed away from...
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Shit.
For sure.
Good handful.
But it's just like, and it sucks because it's always the situation where they get better.
Yeah.
And then they're like, yeah, I can just do this. And
I could do it for the one more time. I've done it so many times. I could try that. Gone.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and
like,
that sucks.
Hey, your body doesn't work like that.
Right.
Yeah, so if you're on it doing it or anything like that, you know, for you, seek help. Right. I mean, there's plenty of people nowadays to help and to get you off of that kind of stuff. But the person who has to do it the most is the person doing it.
Yeah.
Yep.
But it's like, it's crazy how much of it's like, as much of a problem as, you know, anything else that's killing tons of people.
Right.
But it's just like, it's weird now going to the doctor's office and them asking, like, straight up, hey, do you do any intravenous drugs or anything like that?
Right.
And they're like, no, like, that's crazy.
Yeah, and that's just like a normal question. Yeah. You know, and that's what's also terrible. I mean, I feel like, pharmaceuticals are you know, when you're growing up, you always hear like fucking marijuana is the gateway drug and stuff like that. If anything's a fucking gateway drug, it's pharmaceuticals.
Oh yeah.
It's the stuff that the doctors are going to give you anyways, you know.
Right.
Because I've never known people to like strictly just be like, hey, I don't have any more fucking marijuana, let me go out and try something harder. Right. But there are people who are like, yo, the doctor's not giving me any more painkillers. Right. And somebody goes, yo, this is the same thing.
Right.
You know? And they do it, and they're like, oh, shit, now they're addicted. I mean, so if anybody's giving out gateway drugs, it's the people who are claiming they're helping you. You know?
Right.
Because when I remember being at a doctor's once, and this was after a car accident, and my back had hurt, my neck had hurt because I was just in a car accident, and he checked me and he was like, okay, nothing's broke,
Yeah.
you're just in pain, you were probably jolted pretty hard, you got whiplash and all that stuff. And I said, okay, well, as long as nothing's wrong with me, then that's good.
Right.
And he said, okay, I'm going to give you something for the pain and prescribe me something like 90 Percocets.
Oh.
And I was like,
God damn.
yo, you could have gave me like 4 aspirin. Like,
right.
Oh, yeah.
But your go-to was like, yo, insurance is going to pay for this.
Right.
We're going to get some money. Here's a whole bunch of painkillers.
Yeah.
I don't want that.
Right.
I don't want, like, I essentially told him, I was like, oh, yeah, I can't take those. They make me all messed up. And he was like, oh, well, we can. I was like, you give me some Tylenol and I'll be all right.
It's like,
just give me the
Tylenol
prescription
3s.
dose of ibuprofen.
Yeah. Or I'll just, like, give me some Tylenol now. It'll remove it. And then I'll just take the Tylenol I have at home.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need that. But it's their thing. And then they wonder why shit like that happens. Like,
right. It's just like, and if you're in extreme pain where you need these painkillers and stuff, and you're taking the entire prescription of the painkillers and you're still in pain, then that's one thing.
Right,
and,
for sure.
There's definitely ways to step off of it once you're out of, the issues that you're having.
Yeah, weed.
But it's like, it's just like, if you don't need them, like, I don't think I've ever taken entire prescriptions worth of painkillers.
Yeah.
No, me either.
Well, there are some people who, and I don't want to say anything wrong about them, but, like, they just, like, when they read take every 4 hours, they forget the as needed part. So they think, oh, well, I have to take this every 4 hours to stay ahead of the pain.
Oh, yeah.
So now they're not letting their body feel whether or not they're actually in pain.
Oh, yeah.
So they're like, oh, I need to keep taking them because the second I stop, that's when I'm going to be in pain. So their pain could have been gone well before the end of their prescription, but they never let themselves feel that.
Yeah.
So that's when all of a sudden your brain starts telling your body, well, you got to get these pills again, or else that pain's going to come through. And that's where you get the phantom pains and, like, I am actually in pain and this actually hurts, so I need it. And, like, that sucks.
Right, for sure.
And that's where pharmaceuticals, like I said, trick you into becoming addicted to whatever it is that you're... And they have non-narcotic pain medicine, but, once you're already hooked to it, like, I need that. I need this. I need this specifically. This is what's going to help me.
Right.
And they're like, you're not in pain anymore because nothing's wrong. And they're like, you don't know my life. And it's sad to watch that them, like, and their physical pain becomes real because of what they need.
Right.
And that sucks. I feel bad for all the people who get lost into that by accident.
Right.
That sucks because that happens. I mean, there are people who straight up just choose to do a hard drug on their own. Like, hey, I'm going to try that. And see what it's like. Yeah. And for those people, you're like, it sucks that you're addicted and, whatnot, but, like, you made the choice to do that to yourself, and that sucks. But, but the people who are tricked into addiction by, like I said, those pharmaceuticals going through and doing that kind of thing, it sucks for those people even more. Right. Because they didn't want to be addicted to these drugs. They just took so many that their body was like, you need more of these, motherfucker.
Oh, right.
Or I'm going to kill you.
Right.
I mean, and then you see all this happening to, like, celebrities and stuff, and then, like, they have these kook Hollywood doctors that are like, oh, you need this, and on top of that, you need these 3 or 4 other things. Yeah. Oh, I didn't do enough of the research to know that you probably shouldn't take pill number 4 with pill number 2, because...
Or pill number 3 with 1.
Right.
But... That's on me, player.
Right. Sorry,
My
Michael
B.
Jackson.
Oh.
What? Too soon?
I mean, I'm just glad that Only addicted to fun things like fucking...
Like fucking? Yeah.
Like fucking.
Fucking and donuts. I love...
You like fucking donuts? That's weird.
Sorry, children. Luckily, there's none of those around.
Right.
I would hope not.
I mean, this is an 18 and over video. Or at least I, check the box that says this is not meant for children.
Right. Yeah.
This is meant for children exclusively.
Right. If you're
teaching them about the world.
Kid watching this, fucking tell your adult.
Go outside and collect a rock.
Right?
Go get a rock.
How the hell did you make it so far into this?
Right. Like, is this even interesting to you? Do I look like a clown?
You're a weird fucking kid.
And that's really how it is with kids. Like, my son will change a video 2 minutes into it. He's like, this is stupid.
Oh,
next.
Yeah. Right.
I'm like, damn, kids are harsh.
Right.
Like, I'm a grown-ass man. I don't even want to watch the videos that he's watching, but I'll be watching it, and I'm, like, getting into it, and I'm like, oh, I want to see him get to this change. What are you doing? He's like, Dad, that video is stupid. I'm like,
I was invested.
Right.
I'm old, and I liked it.
Oh, man. I feel like I'm getting old when it comes to some of the content that I watch on YouTube, because I'm really into this guy that just drinks different coffee from different, through different brewing machines and stuff like that.
And that's all he does?
And that's all he does. He just drinks coffee. Like, what drew me in was this thing that's called the Bripe, which is like a brew pipe. So it's like a pipe, a copper pipe, that you can brew coffee in. You can drink it out of the pipe. It's
ridiculous.
Sweet.
So it's like a smoking pipe.
Yeah, it looks like it. Looks like it, but
it's like that shape. It's like a cone shape,
but it has a little filter in it.
Yeah, it has like a filter and like a little thermometer, and it comes with like a torch and a stand. It's
See now, but the thing is now you have to understand that that's a private coffee drinking. Could you imagine being out in public with a torch and this
sitting
big ass thing?
At the library or something?
I mean,
I'm not doing that.
I'm drinking coffee. I'm drinking coffee.
The thing is, that makes it sketchy. When you're out there, you're brewing your coffee. I'm talking about going into the middle of the woods and doing this.
Yeah.
What, like the video?
Like the video.
Right.
That's not sketchy. I'm just saying, in the woods.
You're just sitting in your car at a red light trying to brew a cup real quick. Everyone's like, yo, this dude's smoking right here in the at the red light.
Oh yeah. I only do that.
Yeah. Try convincing that cop that you're. Try convincing the cop that you're just brewing a cup of coffee real quick.
No, smell it. I won't be tricked.
I got my own little hand grinder here. I'm fucking making myself.
He's like, yeah, that's what everybody says, and you're like, who says that? So I want to meet up with those people.
Check out this YouTube video real quick. It's a thing.
It's all a front.
I mean, he doesn't just smoke out of weird bripes. He also smokes coffee from the 1950s that tastes like cardboard. But he tells you.
Why is he smoking it?
Wait, did I say smoking?
Yes,
yeah,
you did.
Definitely said smoking. I thought this dude was literally smoking coffee.
Right, I'm like, that's intense.
Like, okay, what kind of videos?
It's called roasting, okay, guys? Sorry, I messed up the terminology.
Nah.
He's like
single bean.
Decaf tastes like shit.
No, you gotta freebase that shit.
Oh.
Get it
okay. And then just smell it off of the spoon.
Right.
I don't know how things work.
It's funny watching him because he's this British guy, and his coffee taste testing, he'll have the coffee, but he'll have this big ass gold spoon, and he'll just take it and real quick sips. And he's like, and then he gives a description in his kooky British accent. Out of all accents, I just want a kooky British accent.
I mean, yeah.
Don't we all?
Now,
or a real Cockney accent. Hello, governor, blah blah blah.
That's basically what they say, right?
Right.
I'm trying to
shit in a bag and punch it.
We don't have an accent.
Sure we do.
Like,
I mean,
I think
we do to other people.
I think our part of, like, the USA, like, we don't have an accent. We are just, like, the standard, like...
We basic.
Yeah, we're just the bare standard. This is how we talk, like...
I mean, you know, it's easily understandable.
Yeah.
If you know how to speak good.
If you know how to speak good.
If you're a gooder talker
if
than
you
the rest.
ain't that's what I'm mumbling over the fucking shit, everything I say.
What?
Gow, boomhauer.
Got the...
I want an accent, though.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to
work on it.
I'm going to try.
I'm just going to move to a foreign country and mock the people by trying to imitate their accent for a good year and a half until I really got it.
Hey, there you go. Just every time they try to like call you out,
right.
You come back with a Borat accent.
Right. Just every time they call you out for like giving them shit on their accent, it's like, I'm researching.
Right. It's like what I would do is they would say something and I would repeat what they say right back to them.
Yeah.
Like a fucking parrot.
And they would, that might like. They're like, what the fuck are you doing?
It's like fucking these American assholes coming. Throwing their shitty interpretation of our accent back at us.
I don't know which accent I would want though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, like
New
Johnny,
Zealand,
like Johnny Depp in Snatch,
or in
Johnny
Pirates
Depp
of the
wasn't
Caribbean.
in
not Johnny
Snatch.
Depp, fucking that other handsome actor from the 90s.
There's a whole lot of them. Brad Pitt.
There you go. Like for a second, I was thinking, like, what part did he play in Snatch?
I thought he might have been like a side character.
Right, just like hanging out at the side of like the boxing ring.
He just like steps in real quick and says like one line in an accent and then gets out.
Right.
Like that was the shit.
I mean, you know. See that?
Do you know?
Fucking everybody was in Snatch, or at least a handful of people.
God damn it! I thought you turned your ringtone off. All right.
Hello?
We'll end it on the phone call.
That's it.
Was that
He's
it?
gotta
it.
answer a phone call, so we're gonna get out of here.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Jeez.
Well,
thank you guys for watching. I guess I fucked it up again.
Don't we all?
Well, you know what I want you guys to do, and it's gonna
comment on his pop filter.
really
That's what
gonna-
we want you to do. He's the only one that has
I'm the
one.
only one with a pop filter. And if you call it soda, fuck you.
you have a soda filter?
So if you guys can just go ahead and tell your friends, family, friends, and friends, family about our podcast that we do every week.
Sometimes.
We'd really appreciate it. And don't forget to subscribe and comment below.
Yeah, give us some likes, give us some comments, and we don't care what you do after this. Just come back next time.
Right?
I'm Steven.
I'm Twan.
And I'm
love
Jake.
you.
Hey, interrupting me. Dick. Peace.
I forgot you were here.
I know. You always